All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. Jason Brown on the lovely campus of Kennesaw State University, just north of Atlanta, Georgia. This is actually my old stomping grounds where I earned not one, but two debt-free degrees. I got a master's and a bachelor's degree here. And now today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the top 4 ways to pay for college. Now, I will say the topic of this video is actually a chapter in my latest book, which is titled, It Is Possible, How I Earned 2 Debt-Free Degrees and How You Can Too. And I'll link that in the description below if you guys want to check out my book. But this is straight out of my book. I wanted to share some of the content and hope that you guys can learn from it and something that you guys can help you. So first, the obvious, this should be glaringly obvious for us all. The first way to pay for college is to actually work, while you're in college, to work your way through school. Now, you don't necessarily have to work a full-time job. There's pros and cons of that, but if there's a way that you can just work part-time or even 10 to 15 hours a week, just consistently bring in some income, this will help you tremendously cut down on the cost, avoid the student loans, help you pay your way through school. Try to figure out a way to work. Now, there's a lot of on-campus jobs that are available. I know I worked several on-campus jobs. It's very convenient because you're on campus, obviously the location. They might not pay as much, but they might also offer like a tuition stipend or a tuition waiver. There's a lot of on-campus jobs that do that, especially if you're in grad school. They call them GAs. You can be a graduate assistant and there's a lot of them. I remember when I was in grad school here, they were very easy jobs. They were 19-hour-a-week jobs, and they would actually, you would get a full tuition waiver, and they would actually give you a stipend, I would say, at the end of the semester. And the cost varies. Some of them would be up to $5,000. You get tuition waiver and a $5,000 stipend at the end. That's super helpful. So consider how you can work and bring in some income. There's a variety of different ways to do it. But it will be tremendously helpful in avoiding and cutting down any student loan debt. Now, the second one is something that you should really, really take consideration. And actually, this is a transition from the first one, working. So a lot of companies now are offering employer tuition reimbursement programs. So any type of job that you want to look at, make sure that you either contact the HR manager or go to their website and take a look at the benefits that they offer, because a lot of companies now are offering tuition reimbursement, either if it's 50% or 100%. They want to help the students out. They want to help them succeed. So you're going to see that. A lot of the big companies are in the news for this. Starbucks, Publix, I think Costco. There's a whole list of them that have, they're the ones that get all the publicity in the news. But you're going to see a lot of companies are offering this, and even if you don't see that they offer it on their website, still call them, because if you ask about it, it could be on a case-by-case basis to where the HR manager says, well, we don't promote that or publicize that through our website, but yeah, we'll be willing to help you. We want to help you succeed, so we might pay a portion of your degree. So never be afraid to ask, okay? So even if it's a job that you're already working, go to your HR manager and ask them, hey, or your direct boss, and say, hey, do you guys offer a tuition reimbursement program? So that's one that can tremendously help cut down the cost. So the next one is, now this also should be a no-brainer, but a lot of people don't really realize scholarships and grants. There are over $100 million in scholarships and grants that go unused every year. And how could that be possible? Well, there's several reasons why this is happening. Either A, people don't realize that they exist, or B, they're too intimidated by the application process, or maybe they're scared away by the competition, or maybe the perceived competition. I think those are the 2 biggest reasons why people don't apply. So obviously, or maybe a lack of awareness. You don't know that, hey, I didn't know I would qualify for a scholarship. There's so many scholarships out there. So go to a lot of schools have scholarship offices. They have scholarship counselors that their sole job is to help you get scholarship money. So seek those people out. Seek that wise counsel out to find out, hey, what can I do? Like, what scholarships do I qualify for? A lot of them are on campus, provided by the university itself. There's a lot of local scholarships, what I call the low-hanging fruit. You can go to these, like the Kiwanis clubs or the Rotary clubs, or some of these like local, like you might have a local business that's really popular in your city or town. They offer scholarships to a local resident because they want to invest in their community and invest in their people. So there's a lot of scholarships out there that you might not even know exist. So another thing, I will tell you a personal firsthand story. I used to work here at Kennesaw State. I used to work here on campus as a staff member, and I actually worked on the continuing and professional education side, which is actually the non-credit side. But we also had scholarships on that side, and I saw firsthand that we had a scholarship budget of just a pot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars that just sat there, never used. People never applied for it. They didn't know it existed. I don't know. But I think that, you know, maybe the intimidation of the application process is maybe scaring people away. But when you apply, most of the time, it's just like you have to write a short essay, and it'll be like one open-ended question. So here's how ours went. If you wanted to apply for our scholarship, this is how they would ask you the question. One question, open-ended. How can this scholarship money help you succeed? Or basically, what will you do with this scholarship money if you win it? 250 words was the requirement. That's like a paragraph, 250 words. It might take you 15 to 30 minutes. If you could sit down and think about it, you could probably do it in 15 to 30 minutes. 250 words. You would be surprised at how many people just didn't apply. So that money is out there. So seek it out. Do your due diligence, do your research. It's out there. Look for it. Look for it. Don't be afraid to ask. Hey, do you guys offer scholarships? Is there grant money? That's a big one. That is going to help you avoid student loan debt. So the fourth and final one, this one is actually, I'll be honest, this one was mind-blowing to me when I first found out about it. And this is new to me. I didn't even know this existed. It's the dual enrollment program in high school. So this is a state-by-state offering, so this might not be offered in your state. So I'm here in Georgia. Georgia has their own dual enrollment program, and I'm going to tell you the story about how I found out about this. So I was in grad school, and I'm sitting in grad school. I'm like 42 years old in a master's creative writing class, and this kid sitting next to me, and I do say kid, he's 17 years old, and he's in high school. And I started talking to him like, how are you here? Like, how did you get in this class? Now, I will preface this was actually a cross-reference class, or cross-listed, they call it cross-listed class. So this class actually had undergrads and graduate students in this class that I was sitting in. So he was actually in there as an undergrad. So he's sitting there, he's 17 years old, he goes to one of the local high schools. He starts telling me about this dual enrollment program. And I say, well, what the heck is that? What's a dual enrollment program? He says, well, I graduate a semester early, and then my last semester that I would be in high school, I actually enroll into college programs, and it gives me a head start when I go off to school. So basically, he's spending his last semester of what he would have been in high school. He's going to college. He was going to here, Kennesaw State, taking some college classes. And so what happened was, it actually eliminated 1 year of college. So when he was actually going to go off to Alabama, University of Alabama, so when he started at Alabama, he actually started as a sophomore. So how much money would that save? You're saving 1 year of time and money. And so that program here in Georgia, like I said, check your state, but here in Georgia, the dual enrollment program is completely 100% paid for by the state. Books, tuition, everything. Didn't have to pay a dime for it. And I said, well, what are the qualifications? He said, no, I said, do you have to have a certain GPA? No, you just apply for it. It's just an application process. You just apply for it, and then you got to plan ahead so you can take some extra classes in high school so you can graduate a semester early. But if you plan ahead for this, and you have a local state public university that qualifies for this dual enrollment program, this is a tremendous, tremendous savings. Like I said, shave a year off of your time in college and a year off of the expenses. So that is something you definitely want to look into. Go to your search engine, type in dual enrollment program, and then whatever state you're in. So check those out. So those are my top 4. There's so many more that you can check them out in my book. I have more in my book as well, but those are the top 4 of my reasons of how to pay for college to help minimize student loan debt when you get out of college. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you some ideas to research and check on your own. And just remember, if you want to support me, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, or you can go to my website, yourmarginmatters.com. There you can see all my blogs, more information on my books, and more information on my YouTube channel is there as well. So until next time, this is Jason Brown saying to remember, it's not the amount of money you make, it's the margin that matters the most. See you next time.